you saying that the water is lower than it used to be?
Well, the only difference right now is the color right now.
Well, for when the Mayans, like, because there's artifacts
Oh,
and
we'll be
stuff.
seeing that when we get in there.
Okay.
I'll point that out to you, then you can get a better understanding. Alright guys, you ready? Alright, you all been to a Maya site before?
Yeah.
Or in the past, in this week, right?
Yeah.
You've probably heard of the Mayans, right? So yesterday you were at their temple, now you're going in their church. Going that way. So we don't want to leave the guys behind. Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
And then there are people inside of it as well, so when you see them, just try to stay on the side.
Here, give you this one.
Just leave it beside you whenever you need it. That's fine.
Okay.
Opposite.
You tell me when to paddle, love. I don't know what I'm doing.
One left side.
Left side.
Paddle. You're paddling the water now.
Huh, okay.
Alright, so this is where maybe we'll just pull over on the side.
Okay.
You can say. Think you missed the entrance.
Back paddle up.
Sorry, does that work?
Yeah, it's okay.
You gotta give me better instructions.
Back good and back.
You're just paddling. You're not.
Okay, you just tell me where though. I don't know what I'm doing.
These guys break the back, yeah. Ew.
It would be good if you can paddle a little bit more.
Yeah.
In the water, right?
Yeah, right now. Where is you guys possible? Alright guys, if you can turn on your lights. What we usually do, the one in the back usually paddles, and then the one in the front can be the spotter. Okay?
Oh, perfect.
And you get the spotter for now. Okay? Alright, so welcome to Chibalba. So it translates to the underworld, or the entrance of the underworld. Yesterday you were as close as you could get to the heavens with the 9 sites, or these past few days.
Wow.
So for Tico, I'm not sure how far they date back. And at Canoe, which we went to, we have as early as 1500 BC evidence of the Mayans living here. However, the time period of the Mayans started around 15,000 BC, sorry, 1500.
I was like, what?
Yeah. So when they came here, they were just looking for land. They are heavily into farming. So when they came here, they just wanted land. However, you know, like every village, it's peaceful until people start just, they want power.
Yeah.
So these Mayans, they were living their time period in the Mayan world. And their peak time living in Belize was the 200 to 500 AD. So that was the peak time of the Mayans. Today we have a population of over 450,000 people living in the entire country of Belize. when the Mayans were living here, guess how many of them were here at the peak time living?
In just in Belize, or
Yes, just in Belize, an estimate.
100,000?
Sorry? So roughly we had over 2 million Mayans living in Belize at the peak time. A lot of people. Today we don't even have half of that population. And yet somehow a lot of people don't have lands to live on. For the Mayans when they were here, it is believed that each and every tree or majority of it is all secondary. It's all secondary forests. 2 million Mayans living here in Belize, that's a lot of people. For this small country, a lot. So with this 2 million Mayans living in Belize, in today's date we don't have not even half or not even a quarter of what they had. So that led to the question, what happened to the Mayans? You guys want to take a guess?
Oh, they like climate change and overpopulation, deforestation.
Yeah.
Greed and corruption.
Sorry?
Is it greed?
So we don't have a specific answer of when it comes to what happened to them or where they went, if they died out, went back home in this universe, we don't know. We have theories. One of the most believable or the most believed theory is deforestation. And that led to climate change. 2 million Mayans living in Belize. How many times do you guys eat a day? Oh.
Did you say?
A normal person, average person, would have consumed at least 3 meals a day, right? Alright, so for the Mayans living here, 3 meals a day. They didn't have a stove. They didn't have any restaurants where they could purchase food. They would cook. And what would they be using to cook? Firewood. Firewood. 2 million Mayans living here, that's a lot of firewood. And not only that, but majority of the people who lived here, the Mayans, they had classes. They had the lower class, the middle class, and the upper class. Each of those buildings would have a couple of wooden sticks supporting the house. If it was the walls or the ones supporting the roofs, that is still a lot of firewood for all the houses. They didn't have headlamps that we're using today, they had torches. That's a lot of firewood. So all of this added up, all of this deforestation added up. They could no longer predict the weather. In today's date, I have my grandfather who is going to look up at the sky and say, oh, it's going to rain in a couple of days, or rain is coming. And we do believe him, because it does happen. Similar to the Mayans, the information was only kept within the upper class and only given to the ruler or the king of each city. The reason for that, you all know the saying, knowledge is power. So that is one way they can control everyone, by giving their speech. So they did have temples that they used to read the stars, the moon, so they knew when winter and summer was coming. So all of that information was given to the leaders. The leaders would stand on his huge temple, announcing to everyone, it's gonna rain in 2 weeks, let's say. And if I were to come to you guys today, randomly, hey guys, it's gonna rain in 2 weeks, would you believe me? Maybe it's like, okay. So 2 weeks later, it rains. And then I come to you probably a month later, guys, get ready, it's gonna rain again. Would you believe me now?
Maybe that time, yeah.
Maybe a little bit. Nothing.
It was a fluke, probably.
Yeah.
Alright, just quick pause right here. You see this structure right on top of us? These huge walls. See a couple of bats flying?
Oh yeah.
Let's just take a quick pause here. A lot of bats. It's really hard to tell which bat it is specifically because we have over 80 species of bat living in Belize. But majority of them are either insect bats or fruit bats. Okay? And then if you look, sorry?
You have vampire bats?
No. And then when it comes, well, I don't want to say no, but probably because with this 80 species, there's a lot. Okay? And if you look in front of us, I'll point out with my finger, shadow right here. See this little white stuff right here?
Yeah.
Those are bones.
Right there.
Yes, that is bones.
Oh, and
So,
did that used to be the floor?
yes, all on top of these areas, those are all floors.
Oh.
So, as early as this cave dates back, it goes to 1970s, early 1970s. And it was discovered by a local Mennonite, which has a farm nearby. And if you're having a farm or a land you would want to explore, eventually he came across this cave. He didn't make any announcement or didn't break it to anyone that, oh, I have a cave here. Because we all know the Mayans are all living here at one point. And when it comes to the Mayans, very rich. And when he came across this cave, he made reports all the way to like 1972. And that's when Peace Corps, a group of volunteered Peace Corps, they came. That's when they did the first examining, which we know about, from this cave. And they made reports that yes, there are skeleton remains inside, there are potteries, but all the riches was already gone. All the jade, all the obsidian was already gone. We can't blame the Mennonites, we don't have any evidence against it. So it wasn't until 1985 that they did the first project to start to map out this entire cave. And all the way till early 2000, which is 1998, all the way to 2000. That's when they came, they did a full examining of this cave. It goes in 5 miles. Sadly, we cannot see everything because we do get to a point where we can't go any further. That's why we turn back. Okay. And inside of this cave, they found hundreds of potteries. In every cave you go or site, there will be hundreds, not thousands of pottery. Reason for that, pottery is not worth as much as others, very common. So when it comes to finding potteries, people just leave them alone. It's not worth anything, it's all mud and clay. And when it comes to obsidian, we find some of them which the thieves didn't fully came across or didn't see. So we didn't get a lot of riches. And even if they found, they wouldn't tell us, right?
Right. That's why they love pottery.
Yeah, the potteries, when it comes to potteries, the Mayans were very lazy. We can continue pottery forward. So very lazy, they didn't like to do dishes. So every pottery they use, every vase, after a one-time use, they would break it.
Whoa.
And when it comes to the pottery, it's not that they were lazy or didn't have any use for it. It's that because when you're creating this pottery, you're using your energy, you're giving it life. This is what they believe in. So this pottery that they created, handmade, had a life, had a soul in it. So to release back that energy to the world, they would then either smash it, drill a hole right through it, or chip the edges of the top of it. But they would try to break at least something off of it just to release the energy back to the world. So finding them, we do find a lot here. And when it comes to skeleton remains inside of this cave, we found over 28 skeleton remains. And the majority of them were babies. Infant skeleton remains. Reason to that, let me head back to the theory whereby deforestation started happening. So these rulers could not predict this weather anymore. Because after they got the attention with all the trees around, it's easy to predict the weather. It's constant rain coming a couple of days, weeks. But with all these trees gone, deforestation, climate change, they could no longer predict the weather as accurate. So this is another theory here that the Mayans, they would rebel against their leaders. They would start to cause chaos, with some of them starting to move out. And the rulers, they started to move into caves. Reason they ventured into these caves was because one of their gods resides in here, the rain god. You guys were at Shinantanich yesterday, right?
Yeah. 2 days ago, yeah.
2 days ago. You remember the name of the rain god?
Yes.
I don't remember the name.
What's the name?
Oh, we don't remember the name of them.
Cha'ak. It is said, it is believed that each god that lives inside of the caves or in the underworld are all evil gods, dark gods, except for Cha'ak, rain god. He was one of the only good gods that reside in this cave.
Cool.
However, this is where they came in, look searching for these gods. They did different type of rituals in these caves. Not only rituals, but ceremonies as well. Let's say you have a farm, you would come into this cave, the underworld, do a little ceremony, giving your gods. You know, you want a good crop to come this year. It's like when you're planting your seed, you're saying, oh God, please let this tree grow, you know, try to give it a little blessing. So that's one reason they started to come in here. And also, for the main reason was for the rain. So, afterwards, they were giving donations, you know, giving crops, different stuff from their farm. Rain was hardly coming in. So this is when they decided, okay, let's do blood ritual with animals. So they started off with animals. Started to do blood sacrifice. Rain wasn't probably coming in as much. So they were like, okay, some guy came up with this idea. Let's start to sacrifice human. And they started. People were elected. You're going to be sacrificed. Next, you'll be elected. It's not like they would just go randomly and pick certain people. They would pray, worship their ancestor, their gods, trying to choose or find this right person. And when they did, they would bring them inside of this cave, do blood ritual. They started off with people that they believe were closer to their gods, or people closer to their ancestors. And they probably got a bit afraid, but not as accurate or how they wanted it to be. So that's when they came up with an idea. Luckily, I wasn't born in this time period because I was going to be sacrificed. Because they went out looking for the most handsome or the most beautiful Mayan person in their community. So I wouldn't be here today, guys. Is it? Yes, bro.
When you gonna break out with?
Yes, man.
What you in that place, sir?
Why? Gotta do. Yeah, so after they tried searching for me, for my ancestors, they probably got a bit of rain again, but probably did it again and no rain coming in after. So this is where they decided, okay, let's go for the younger generations. We probably did the youthful because we did find a couple of different skeleton remains in different caves, varied from baby all the way to adults, each generation. And it wasn't until they came up with an idea, let's give the most purest form of human to the gods. Those are the babies. Babies are said with unbelief to be innocent. They don't know what they're doing, they don't know what the sin is. So this is where they came. They did not sacrifice or kill these babies. Instead, they left them in here to die. They would pinch these babies, break a finger, leave them in here to cry. The reason for that today's date, if we hear the holler monkeys hollering, we know rain is coming. Or we would hear the frogs croaking. Okay, it's gonna rain later. That's one way us Belizeans we know when it's gonna rain. When we hear the frogs.
How do they know they left them to die?
Because they were not harmed. When it comes to the adults, they would have a sharp device, a little metal, not metal, sorry, the spine of a stingray, and they would sharpen it very sharp that it would be like a gillette cutting into something. And the way they would, some of these bodies that we found before they were probably decapitated, some of them were decapitated, some of them were just left there to die, and some of them was by taking out their hearts. So before that, we did found out that not only did we see it, well, we haven't seen these type of evidence because they're thousands years old, but they leave markings, paintings on the wall, on potteries. And some of them showed evidence that they would get this little spine of the stingray, and for the males, they would cut the tip of their private part, letting out blood.
The adults or the babies?
The adults.
Okay, got it.
And for the females, it was their nipples.
Oh.
So they would cut it, let blood come out, put it in the face, and do their ritual. For these babies, majority of them, it was their fingers would see broken, and then some of the writings were that they would leave them in here to die by just pinching them or just leaving them just so they could cry. Because babies crying, if we were to leave them here and we go right at the entrance of the cave, it would sound like frogs croaking.
How do you know?
These are all writings. Well, personally, I have never heard it, and I don't want to hear it. But it's all these stuff that they would leave on the walls or on potteries. They would draw, telling out stories, and there are hundreds of caves in Belize.
Yeah.
And you believe that all these Mayans, they all ventured into caves, no matter which city or community you were from.
Yeah.
Because this is where the God resides. It's like for Christianity, everyone goes to church. Because they believe that it is, a sacred place, and their God is right there. Or more connected to people when you go to church, right?
Yeah.
And so when it comes to the mines, they found 28 skeleton remains here, and majority of them were babies. And in a bit, we should come across a skeleton remain of a baby as well. Alright, it's gonna be this rock right here pointing out. Right here, when we get closer, you're gonna see that. Right there, yeah. So when it comes to finding potteries and different skeleton remains, it would be all the way up there. All the way on the ridges. But sadly, we don't have access, or it would be really hard to go up there, and they don't really allow it.
Yeah.
So you know, if you guys have been inside a cave before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the cave?
It's my first.
Let's head
Is
on
the
a bit more.
are caverns the same as caves?
Caverns?
I don't know if there's
guess
a
so,
difference.
yes.
I think a cavern, like, 'cause we take an elevator.
Yes.
Like, I feel like a cave you can just get into.
Is that it? Right, the white right there.
Yes.
Oh.
You see his mouth opening, his eyes.
Oh yeah.
Guys, you see it in the back?
Yeah.
It's right here. It's an infant skull. And this infant here was born, or was in the upper class. And ways we would know that Mayans were living in upper class, middle class, or lower class is because majority of the upper class had body modifications.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You guys know what are body modifications?
Yeah, Hugo told us about this yesterday. Like they made their heads like a cone.
Yeah, so when it comes to the Mayans, they would, as an infant, one sort of beauty for them would be tying a wooden plank on their baby's forehead. Reason for that, when you're a baby, your bones are growing. And that wooden plank, for a couple of hours per day, your skull would then take the shape of that flat wooden plank. And also, crossed eyes is a type of body modification as well,
Oh.
and also seen as beauty.
How do they do that?
So they did that? They made their eyes crossed?
Yes. Before we continue that, there is a pottery right up here, right in front of us.
Right here?
No, 1 second. Right here. Yes, right
Oh, I
up
see
there.
it. I see it.
There's the pottery right there. If you look at it, it's still intact, but the top part of it was chipped off.
So at that time, the water level was just
Yes, all the way
high
up
as-
there. So they
okay.
would be walking all the way up there.
Okay. Were they didn't just walk in here, they used boats, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
In this one particular, there was canoeing
Okay.
done inside. This river, this water level was a bit deep.
Okay.
So they would use canoeing, and then majority of it was walk. They would just canoe to a certain area and walk the rest.
Okay.
And when it comes to the mines going inside of caves, they did not go too deep inside of the caves. And the reason for that, today we have headlamps. If the battery dies, we just change it. They had torches.
Yeah.
So they would come in walking with torches, and that is a bit limited. And try to balance using or time it. Come in with the torches, head out. They did not stay or sleep inside of these caves because it is a sacred place for their gods. And also keep in mind, in these caves, they were all evil gods.
Yeah.
Do people believe that this cave is haunted?
Well, me personally, is more of a not really, but as a kid, yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Makes sense.
So some people have, well, I'm not sure when it comes to the people living around. I mean, I believe it's more of a mental, something that you would think about. It would all be within your mind. Because I've heard some stories. We do have folklore stories here in Belize as well, and majority of it has to do with drunken people. And when the Mayans came in this cave, they were never sober. They were always drinking, taking different type of natural drugs, herbs. So sometimes in different caves, these formations, if you turn your flash on them in a certain way, certain angle, it would the shadow would look like, probably some of them would look like a person, some of them would look like an animal. It's like looking into the clouds, using your imagination.
I feel like the bats aren't even this deep.
Bats are everywhere. As long as you see those huge holes in the ceiling, those are all. We have three names for them: the solution hole, the bell holes, or the bat holes. But we're gonna stick to either solution hole or bell holes, because I don't want you guys to say that Jonathan showed you a bat hole. Wouldn't sound too good. Yeah, and these are all caused by water dripping from them, water penetrating through the limestone. And then the bats, they reside in them, and the way they would get deeper or bigger would be by the bats secreting upwards. And all those black stuff that you see inside of them are all bat guano, bat poo.
Probably so much at the bottom of this.
Oh yes.
Good fertilizer.
Yeah.
I've heard one of my guests told me, I'm not sure if it's 100% right or 50 or 30, but this one person told me that they used the bat guano inside one of the Dorito chips. Used as food coloring.
believe it.
I'm not sure. But what I do know is that they do use this batuano inside of mascara.
Oh, really?
Yes. They do serve a purpose as food coloring as well, gives it a different color. If you look at the mascara, very dark. Fertilizers, I'm not too sure about that one.
I grew my marijuana.
Oh yeah.
What's that? The red?
That's just a marker. That's when they would do mapping. They would mark different areas so they don't get lost. So this is where the caves get a little bit yeah, a bit smaller, tighter space. So the water actually used to run all the way up here.
Yeah.
And then eventually we just penetrate through. Okay. Alright. So as we go deeper, it will get smaller and smaller until we can no longer go, so that's where we turn back, alright?
Okay.
Sounds great.
For now, let's just keep an eye out for not trying to bump our heads into these formations. So you've been inside caves, caverns you said.
Yeah.
Do you know the names of these formations?
Stalactites.
Which ones are the one that hangs from the ceiling?
Stalactites.
Yes. And then the one from the bottom is stalagmites.
That was, I guessed. I didn't know. I was guessing, honestly.
You want to remember those?
Yeah.
They hang tightly to the ceiling.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
And also, well, not too tightly.
Yeah, for sure.
Not all of them. Not all of them. And when they connect together, what are they called?
Column.
Alright, someone been either researching or has a good memory.
What is it called there?
Column.
Column.
Yes, column.
What's the? It's the dust.
No, those are not those. Those are all the water.
This. In the.
There's just not much air movement here, love, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just-
stuff just sticks around.
Oh.
It's like we closed all the windows in our apartment because we have
So to get a full experience of how these caves look, you guys mind turning off your lights for a quick
Yeah.
second?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying. Okay. Oh.
Alright. There we go.
Wow.
This would happen if those torches would run out.
And then, like, how do you get out?
Good luck trying to get out.
Yeah.
But this way it is very easy because there's a river running through.
For sure.
But the dry ones, very hard.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I was like, I could fall asleep.
Yeah, but honestly, it would be a good sleep.
Alright, so even in these waters that we are right now, on top of, there are fishes.
Yeah.
Mainly sardines, Mexican tetras, and different type of fishes as well. But mainly deeply inside of these caves, those fishes tend to lose their eyesight.
Oh.
But they do move around, they still get to eat. And also the bats up in the ceiling flying around. You've heard the saying blind as a bat?
Yeah, they don't see so well.
They don't see so well. I don't really agree with the term blind as a bat because a bat has two ways of seeing.
Oh.
They can either choose to see with their eyes or their ears.
Yeah.
They're not blind. But inside of these caves, there's no light, so that's why they use echolocation.
So blind as a bat, but they have one more way of seeing than we do.
And then when they're out in the sunlight, they can see perfectly.
Yeah.
Why is some of it like whiter, like that?
Different type of rocks. That right there is carbon calcite. All the white you're seeing, all carbon calcite.
Oh, these ones are pinky.
So this will show you the elevation of the water. of how it used to be, all the way up there, coming down different levels, and now it's here. When it comes to these caves getting bigger and bigger and telling how old they really are, one way would be by cutting into the formations. Similar to cutting trees, you cut it straight to the center, you see layers. That's how we can tell how old the trees are. With these, similar to these formations, we cut them all the way straight through from top to bottom. We break them open and then they have different layers. It is said to believe that each of those formations, they take over 100 years for 1 square inch. So, yeah, right there. So they take a really long time to grow. They're another era where they were used to walk.
They're cool.
Yeah, even this, you can tell that water was running all the way from the top. And this is where we activate our skills, our canoeing skills.
Okay.
Get a bit tight here. You guys good in the back?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So we do have the world's smallest bat in Belize.
Oh.
You know as the bumblebee bat.
Oh.
The size of your thumbnail. Very small. And then the world's largest fox would be the flying fox. Bat would be the flying fox. Alright guys, try not to bump your head.
The bats are so cute.
All passageway of the water. And also another way these would form are by wind. The wind turbines all the current breaking through would then pump all the way to the ceiling, causing noise as well. All the turbines in the water.
Yeah.
So that is how we put our water levels all the way up here. Very good. This just was a bit more up. Even these rocks are here, very pointed.
Yeah.
Majority of these caves are all made from all limestone. Majority of these caves are all limestone. It goes up a bit more and then we have to turn around.
Sorry. The camera almost hit.
That's alright. It was.
It almost hit the.
Oh, almost.
Well, you know, it's just gonna mess up the shot.
Alright.
opens back up again.
Yeah. Let's go. It's open up there, right?
Yeah.
Good walk up there.
So it's a bit hard to do mapping inside these caves. This one just goes all the way in. There are some caves that have different holes and you have to pass through.
Yeah. The bats.
So here, at this point, there are no artifacts all the way back here.
I can imagine. It's pretty far back.
It's a pretty far back, the distance. So right here, we do have a little bit more to go up.
Okay.
And that's where we get to see the formations that start to hang really low.
Okay.
That wasn't low before.
Low. And we would do it, if we want to do the entire 5 miles, that we would need a diving instructor and scuba gear.
No, thank you. Nope, nope.
Yeah. Cave scuba sounds like the worst thing ever.
Have you ever done that, John?
Oh, I know.
Scary.
No.
It's what's it called? It's not spelunking. What's it called?
I think it's just scuba caving.
It's got an added name. Spelunking is like just caving.
Right now.
Well, I don't think you're in a boat though.
What if you have to?
I don't know. I mean, I suppose you don't have to be in a boat to do this.
I mean, I couldn't touch the bottom of the paddle.
Can you?
No,
you
this
can
is all
Yeah.
only.
But you could swim.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
So right
That's
here,
a big one.
Yeah.
so right here, the formations get really low inside.
Oh,
We
I
can
see.
turn around here, or if you want, we can go a bit more up. So there's no more.
Yeah, they get all the way. Yeah, they're touching. That's a good one. Wow.
Yep. This is the spirals go right here.
Okay. You do like.
Yeah, I can just turn around here.
It sucks that way.
Alright, so this is the part where ask if you guys have enjoyed the tour.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Because if not, I want
You're
back
gonna
my
kick us
gears.
out?
Yeah. If I haven't been enjoying it, I need back my lights, my vest, even the canoe.
That's cool.
The water's so still.
So when the cave closes, it's because the water level is all the way up here.
Yeah.
All the way
Yeah.
up here.
Is it still kind of high?
Right now, not really. It hasn't been raining for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, it have been raining for like over the 3 days. But it's not a heavy rain, it's more of a drizzle.
Which is
Very
crazy.
light.
That's what you keep saying, but for us it's rain.
I mean, rain is rain. Because when it rains, you went into downtown San Ignacio,
Yeah.
the welcome center. Where you been to the market?
Yeah.
We went down to the market, yeah.
A little late though.
Yeah, stuff was closing up.
Yeah, on Saturday, that's the best day to go to the market.
Okay.
But if you've been to the market, when it rains, that entire market is underwater.
What? That's a big difference from
Yes.
where the river is. Wow.
And you might have seen people waiting for the bus on some benches near the welcome center, a little bit above where the market is. Yeah, so right where the people were waiting for the bus or that little downtown area, instead of buses or cars driving there, it was jet skis. People actually brought out their jet skis and started to drive around. That's how high the river rose. When it rains, it rains here, Belize.
Yeah.
Doesn't really rain in Colorado, so.
Not so much.
Oh, really?
No, it's a desert.
Yeah. High altitude desert. I think what we would consider a heavy rain, you would consider a light drizzle.
Yeah, 'cause we were talking to Justin, and we're like, it's raining. He goes, no, it's not.
So he's like, it's not raining, it's it would flood because the earth can't
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a lot of floods.
yeah.
You do for us, we hardly have flood, but when it floods, it floods.
Yeah.
Not bad, it floods.
And we would get landslides too, because especially if there's been a fire.
First, we don't really have a lot of landslide. We have mountains here, but we don't really have all of that. We don't really have a lot of wildfire either.
Yeah.
But 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, there was a lot of wildfire.
Oh, really?
Here.
Yes, not only in Belize, but in different countries nearby, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Salvador, Mexico, a lot of wildfires. So it was everywhere. It was so bad that even in the night times when you're in your home,
The smoke.
a lot of smoke.
Yeah,
yeah.
that happens to us too. Was it a drought? Is that why?
It was for our dry season,
Yeah. Okay.
and that is usually April,
Okay.
April, May.
Yeah, the smoke gets really bad even for if we might not have a fire right by us, like they could be as far away as Canada and they're just so big that the smoke comes all the way down to us.
For us right here, very small, not a lot of all
Yeah.
trees. So just different patches.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's fine.
Good night.
Yeah, so even with all the, it's very small, very
Yeah.
small. And the wildfires were mainly in the pine forest.
Yeah.
But the pine trees, they do need that heat.
Yeah. They release the seed, right?
Yes, the seeds are in the pine cones. They need a certain temperature
Yeah.
for the seeds for it to break open. Seed starts to spread. And even if we don't have wildfires, the forest department will light fires around the trees.
Prescribed.
Yeah, but that is controlled.
Yeah. We have that too. And it also helps so that because that's natural, it's like a part of the natural process, so if they don't do that, if there is a fire, it gets way more out of control.
Yes. And that was 2 years ago. A lot of wildfires. Everyone was praying for rain. But
Yeah.
when the rain came in December, everyone wished it didn't come as much. Because that's when it rolls all the way to the market.
Was there like, did they come here and sacrifice for the rain?
Well, I wasn't here. We didn't have any work.
For sure.
It's because it was closed because they were doing sacrifices.
Yes, the institution told us, they posted that it was closed.
Yeah.
So
So
that was
the government.
the government said it was closed. But I don't know. Perhaps. Yeah, so back to the what happens in Mars. What happened on Mars. So we do know deforestation, climate change, warfare, and then there is my favorite theory,
Aliens.
the aliens.
Went home. The AI.
The aliens came back looking for their people.
Yeah.
And why I do say aliens, or why it's a theory, it's not like we're seeing a lot of bones in lands that we purchase. So it's not like, even if they went to other countries, they have the same question as us. What happened to them? What really happened? So probably alien came down.
Probably.
The Mayans, they saw these aliens. And these Mayans, ancient Mayans, they did this body modification, or these body modifications, because they wanted to look closer to their gods. How did they know how the gods look like? The aliens probably came down. And in some of the drawings, they look exactly like aliens.
Yeah.
With their flat forehead. That means the back of their head grew a bit bigger. Look like a figure, like an alien. They had to do the carving of their teeth as well. I'm not sure if it was not this year, but a couple of years, there was a trend, people carving their teeth.
Oh.
Like sharks. Very pointed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Some of them would just grab a file,
That's
carve their teeth. For the Mayans, they didn't have any tools, however, they used stones. Stone tools, carve their teeth. That's a lot of pain. These cross eyes, how did they get them?
Yeah.
As an infant or a baby, they would tie a red bead hanging from the wooden plank. A red bead.
Oh, so they
And the baby would then focus on this red bead.
Oh.
And eventually cut, getting crossed eyes.
Huh.
How do we know they had crossed eyes if they're just skeleton that we found? In different carvings in the walls, the Mayans, they love to carve. You guys went to Shanantonich 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
They had carving of their gods on the wall.
Yeah.
When it comes to carving, it is either their gods or a ruler of the time period. And in some of those carvings, you do see that the eyes are carved cross. Even the gods, even the rulers. So that is one way, that is an evidence right there that they had crossed eyes.
Yeah.
And I don't believe it's a mistake, because if you've seen some of those carvings, they're really on point.
Yeah.
They're really on point.
All the rich people today get plastic surgery. Makes sense.
And then also when it comes to body modification, they would insert a different type of jade inside your mouth,
Like
different gems, all stone tools.
Like, what do you mean? Like, how, insert it how?
Today we have some people do install golden tooth, so they
Oh.
would carve around the tooth that you want to be golden,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like a little case that they would stuff right in that gap.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if it's glued.
Or just like fitted really close.
Yes, really close.
Yeah.
A
Did
lot of
they-
people, a lot of other people have them, but for the Mayans, they didn't have. It was drilled in the tooth.
Did
It's
they?
not like they shaved around it like today's date.
Yeah. Did they do any tattoos?
Tattoos, yes.
Huh?
Yes. And a couple of bodies or remains, some of them were mummified. But not mummified, but wrapped in cloth.
Oh, that's probably
So with
pretty
the
hard.
skin still being intact on the bone, you could see writings.
Here, that's pretty hard in this climate.
Yes, and also inside of some tombs, they found, I'm not sure if it's last year or this year, they found the first ever tattoo machine
Oh.
of the Mayans. Alright, see these shiny stuff right here on this structure
Yeah.
right here?
Yeah.
Those are not diamonds.
Dang it.
If it was diamonds, only I would be in here. Those are all crystals. Calcite crystals, or calcite crystallis. They form by the dripping of water. So these limestones have heavy mineral in them. So when the water seeps through the cracks and crevices of these limestone, they then have a lot of mineral, and then this mineral then mixes with the oxygen in the air, and the slower the drip and the colder the temperature, they then drip down on these stones, creating these crystals. Some of these caves are called the crystal caves because there are a lot of them. They're almost similar to the quartz that we see. And also now, just recently made up the new theory, these Mayans are also killing themselves. It's a new theory now. But these Mayans, I have a nurse, which is one of my cousin's girlfriend. She's a nurse, and she says that the Mayan people have a higher tolerance, pain tolerance compared to other Belizeans. They're more tougher. They more stick to their tradition and eat their corn meals, different corn tortillas. So they're made much stronger. In today's generation, the younger generation, all they want to do is eat ramen, maruchan, noodles.
Ramen noodles.
Yeah, ramen noodles. When you ask probably a 7, 8-year-old, what do you want to eat? Oh, ramen noodles. Belizeans love it so much that we started to make our own. Well, there is a company here that makes ramen. And for us, it's a bit more nicer, has more flavor to it than the maruchan. And we believe it's more healthier. Well, locals that eats it believe it's much healthier. Doesn't have as much preservative because it's made here, and then from the factory it goes all the way to our stove and then in our stomach. Then the one that they sell at the store, we don't know how long they've been stored. Oh yes, yeah.
Fresh noodles.
So in Belize, we say it's a melting pot.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people. You've probably seen Chinese, the Hindu people,
Yeah,
Mennonites.
a lot of Chinese restaurants.
Oh yes. So when it comes to living in Belize, everyone knows their place. If you want to buy wholesale cattle, pigs, sheep, chickens, ducks, when it comes to farming, it would be the Mennonites. You go to the Mennonite. There's a Mennonite community which is called Spanish Lookout. You go there, you get better prices and fresher vegetables, food. And if your vehicle is giving trouble, the Mennonites are the best mechanics here in Belize.
Oh. How long have Mennonites been here?
Mennonites have been here probably a long time ago. It's said to believe that they have entered Belize in the 1920s, early 1920s.
Okay. Look at all these guys.
And when it comes to Mennonites, very nice people. they travel a lot throughout the world, just looking for peace. Started off in New Holland. This is where they all started, and they went over, they were offered a better deal. Some of them moved over to Russia, some of them moved over to Mexico. And these are the Mayan Mennonites living in Belize. And the Russian leader offered them a very good deal. Come to Russia, we have a lot of lands. You can use as much, you can harvest your own crops, you can sell us, we don't mind. The Mennonites were like, okay, but on one deal, we're gonna go. If we are forced into the military, we decline your offer. Because the Mayans very peaceful people, they just want their lands, farm. And the Russian leader was like, okay, sure, come. We won't force you. So they were living here for a couple of years. And everyone knows the Russians, they love the war. They love that going into battle. So the Mennonites was forced into these military. However, some of them managed to escape. Some of them went to Mexico. And some of them came to Belize. Right now we can turn off our lights. We're heading into the light. And for these Mennonites, they made an agreement with the government. We want our own community. We don't want to be paying tax. We don't want to get involved with any of your governmental stuff that are happening, voting, especially military. Yes, they are very peaceful people. And their contract was signed, everything was good, their treaty was good. But on one occasion, the government said, you can have your businesses, whatever you want to, but you must employ locals to work there. And that was an agreement they made with each and everyone. When it comes to buying groceries, that would be the Chinese. Majority of the grocery stores that we have here in Belize are run by Chinese.
Yeah.
And also, if we want fast food, we go to the Chinese.
Chinese fried chicken, I heard.
Yes. Everyone knows whenever you get paid, you go purchase a fried chicken and a Coca-Cola.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we don't have any fast food brands like KFC or
That's what Justin's telling us.
yeah.
It's cool, actually. But
They tried it once. They tried opening Subway in Belize City. Did not work out as they expected. Reason for us, we Belizeans, we love to eat a lot. So having some type of fast food branch didn't work out because we love our fresh food.
Yeah, y'all's fast food is taco, like actual fast food, not Burger King.
No. Fast food for us would be Chinese. Going there, ordering a fried chicken, 5-10 minutes, you're good.
Yeah.
Or going to a taco stand,
Yeah.
get the
Pupusa.
burritos, pupusas, whatever you want. That's fast food for us. And it's very healthy because whatever is made there is all fresh.
Yeah.
Apart from the oil.
Where are we going to get off? On the stairs?
Alright, this is where we get off, we hop off. I'm not sure if you guys want to hop in, but if you don't, let our canoe go first and then
Okay.
I'll hold the boat for you. Let's try to get as close as possible so I can reach the step.
I don't know if I can get on it. It's kind of chilly.
Get to there. Yeah. And so let me hop out first. Alright guys, you can step if you want. Alright, one second. Let me just move this out of here. get this. Alright, the lights, I'll get them.